Sleeping Bear Dunes is named after a legend of a family of bears trying to cross Lake Michigan. The mama bear swam across with her two cubs, and the crossing was so long and arduous that the bears, they got tired and they drowned in the water. And the mother, when she reached the shore, was so distraught and so exhausted that she just lay down and became a sand dune. It's not a happy story, but it explains, in a way, the two Manitou Islands that are in the lake, and a particular bear-shaped dune, which we're going to see a little later in this video. This is a sunset time-lapse that I really wanted to be beautiful and spectacular and interesting, but it was a cloudy evening. Still a nice shot. Oh, who's that guy? So I'm at a little pull-off on the side of the road here just outside the National Lakeshore. I'm Glen, and that is Glen Lake. That's what we're looking at, Glen Lake here. Now there's a town over there on that little strip of land. It's called Glen Arbor. It's kind of a beautiful day here. It's definitely overcast. I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of beautiful sunsets, but I gotta tell you, this spot right here, it's really beautiful. So there's Glen Lake, then there's Glen Arbor over there. That's Lake Michigan, right? So Glen Lake is separated from Lake Michigan by that little strip of land, also named after me. And the spot where I was just standing to point at the lake, yeah, it's a stone sofa, which I believe is the name of a 90s alternative rock group. Okay, so I made it. I'm seeing my first dunes. I checked into the campground, then I did a little driving around. You saw some of that. Now I am seeing my very first dunes, and it's pretty fucking cool. It's weird. It's a totally unique ecosystem that I've never seen before. Hopefully some of the video will capture it. There are some other tourists coming. I don't want to bother their experience, so I'm gonna make this quick. But I don't know if you can tell in the video, but there are just so many different shades of green here. Different grasses that you just normally don't get to see. And there are the two Manitou Islands out in the lake. There is a duckling in this parking lot at Glen Lake. He's just walking on his own, calling out for mom. I think mom might be one of those big fat ducks in the lake. Look at that little dinosaur. In the town of Glen Arbor, I stopped at Cherry Republic, which is actually a cherry-themed restaurant. They brought the pie out first, so of course I ate it first. And luckily for them, it was actually the best cherry pie that I've ever eaten.
The burger was also really good. It had a sweet and savory cherry topping. It was really delicious.
Hey there. After eating lunch in Glen Arbor, I drove the next town over to Glen Haven. And what we're looking at over here, what I'm looking at, is Glen Haven Beach. And then behind me is a historically accurate recreated town of Glen Haven from the days when this was a lumber port on Lake Michigan. Most things are closed here because we're still a week away from Memorial Day. This building, which was once the Glen Haven Canning Company, is now a boat museum, which I cannot get into because it's not open. But it's a beautiful building.
The general store was also closed, but I really enjoyed the sign over the door that said, Glen Haven Mitch. The blacksmith shop was beautiful and intriguing, but what I really wanted to capture were these tiny, tiny houses with doors that were too small for me to even fit through.
Alright, this is it. This is the first time I've ever dipped my feet into one of the Great Lakes. It's nice. There's the view. It's very blue. You can see the sand and the rocks in together. And there are the Piggly Wigglies. Here we go. Oof. All right, so we've got so far the Atlantic and Lake Michigan. Dip my toes in. Okay, this one's for Mom. This is the town of Manistee, Michigan. And if you look on the beach down there, you'll see two deer that hopped out to frolic on the sand after all the people cleared out. And then if you look just above the little binocular stand, there's a lighthouse down there. So I think that's a Mom trifecta, right? Beach town, deer, lighthouse. Huh? Not bad.